St. Lucia has launched a groundbreaking workshop aimed at combating the growing threat of trade-based money laundering. Representatives from trade, commerce, finance, law enforcement, border control, and regulatory agencies are participating in the exercise to enhance national efforts in detecting and preventing financial crimes concealed within. National Anti-Money Laundering Oversight Committee Chairperson Juliana Alfred stated that officials from the World Bank and UNODC will utilize a pilot TBML risk assessment tool developed by the World Bank to explore TBML typologies, assess risks, and identify vulnerabilities.
We have recognized that some of the typologies, when you're looking at trade-based money laundering, issues of under-invoicing, over-invoicing, issues related to people having phantom goods, but they still have invoices. These are very real issues, and we recognize that as a country, if there are any deficiencies in our existing processes, in our existing laws, this is the time to fix it. And going through the assessment will allow us to determine what deficiencies exist, where in our systems there are any vulnerabilities for us to review and to amend.
She emphasized the significance of this initiative, noting that St. Lucia is the first country in the region to pilot the World Bank's innovative TBML risk assessment tool.
St. Lucia was chosen simply because of the collaboration that we have had with the World Bank and the UNODC before. So on our first national risk assessment, we worked very closely with them to use their tool to review our reports. So they've been very strong partners for St. Lucia over a number of years now. So that is partly why I think we would have been identified as an island to pilot this tool.
These sessions are vital for improving interagency collaboration and identifying vulnerabilities before St. Lucia's next evaluation by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force in 2028.
If we do not address these issues, and it continues to grow, for example, as threats for us, it means that our financial system can be exploited by illicit persons or persons involved in illicit crime. It means that St. Lucia is at great risk of ending up on a list that it doesn't want to be on. So you've heard, for example, some of our Caribbean neighbors ended up on grey lists or black lists, and we don't want that. And so for us, going through all this process, addressing any problems that we have is sort of a preventative measure so that we don't get to that stage.
The upcoming fifth round of the CFATF evaluation will focus closely on trade-based financial crimes and virtual assets, areas where St. Lucia has already made notable progress. Since its last assessment, the country has implemented key legislative reforms and introduced policies to address oversight gaps, particularly in emerging sectors like virtual assets. However, officials acknowledge that challenges remain, especially in enforcing trade-related financial controls and addressing systematic weaknesses. The outcomes of this workshop are expected to inform national policy, strengthen institutional capacity, and foster greater interagency cooperation. Both the National Anti-Money Laundering Oversight Committee and the Attorney General's Chambers have demonstrated strong commitment to enhancing resilience within St. Lucia's financial and trade systems, ensuring they are protected against misuse by criminal networks.